Hey guys, it's Donna and I am back with a temperature blanket update. Let's go. Hello Wonderlanders, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you here today to talk about my temperature blanket because guys, I messed up. I have completely messed up. I'm obviously not going to start again from scratch because that would be ridiculous. I am not doing 6 months worth of crochet. Oh my god, but I'm actually behind. So I'm currently in around the just past the mid of May with my lines, and I am about to change my colour. We are about to get a brand new colour on the temperature blanket, so I thought now would be a good time to show you how far I've got, give you an update, tell you what I did wrong. So let's get into it. Okay, so let me give you a look at what the blanket is currently looking like. So see all the way to the bottom there and then all the way to the top. So this is May from this white line here. So this is all of May, which has mostly been the navy blue, which has been lovely. And then we've had some odd days that you can see where we've dropped back down into the cold weather. One powder blue there. I think this one can now go away. However, let me just check what powder blue is. 10 to 12, and yeah, we almost dropped down. We got to 13 on the 31st of May, so we almost went back to the powder blue, but we pulled it back. So I'm hoping that the powder blue is now done with, which is the third colour in my temperature chart. Now, what colour am I moving on to? We are moving on to the purple, which I'm really excited about. The only thing with the dark colours is they are harder stitches to see at night time. So if it's like getting dark, it's difficult to do it, which is part of the reason why I am currently 2 weeks behind. The other reason being that my cat likes to sit on my lap in the evenings now rather than my partner's, which means that I can't do it because I'm not going to do it with her on my lap because I don't want it smothered in cat hair. She has claimed every other blanket in this house. This one is for me. So I am about to move on to day 22, which was 21 degrees in May. So let me get started with that, and then I am going to let you in to how I have completely messed it up. But it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Nobody needs to know, it's just between me and you, right? Okay, so I have done that purple row, which I absolutely love. That was temperature 21 degrees, and then it dropped down to 18 the next day and then back up to 21. So we are jumping about a little bit. So for those who do not know what a temperature blanket is, this is a temperature blanket. Basically, you do a table of colours and temperatures. So for me, I did like -5 was my coldest colour, and then 5 to whatever is one colour, something to something is one colour, and you can just bracket off the temperatures to make a table of what those temperatures represent in a colour. And you can choose any colours you want to choose. You could do completely random colours. What I like to do is this graduated effect. So some people use the oranges and reds to represent like the summer months, and then they go to the greens and the blues for the cooler months. I decided I just wanted to do blue tones because I am a cool winter on my colour wheel, so I wanted something that kind of matched that, and also I like navy blue, so I thought blue tones would go with my decor as well. So That is why I chose to do just the blue family rather than doing blues into reds or anything like that. So you can see from my January, you can see I used this grey colour here. That was my coldest colour. So we actually started the year off quite warm, went a little bit cooler and then warmed up again. So each of these was representing a set number, and then what I really like that I did, before I get on to how I messed up, is that at the end of the month I put 2 rows of white in to determine where one month ended and the next month started, so you can really get a good picture of what each month looked like. And I really am happy with the fact that I did that. Now, one thing that I'm a little bit about the fact that I did was that I have chosen to do this textured stitch. This is like the stitch that you use to make it look like rib in knitting. So if you look at it that way, it looks more like a rib stitch. And what this is going into the back loops only. And the reason that I did that was because I wanted it to look a little bit, I just didn't want it just to be a plain single crochet look. I wanted it to look a little bit different. But I didn't want it to be really holey because I wanted it to be nice and warm. So I thought if I go into the back loops only, it gives this nice texture, which is really nice. But the problem with it is the way it brings this texture in is by bringing those loops out, which kind of hides the colour underneath. So for example, here you're seeing the purple, the blue, the lilac, the other blue, and then back to the navy. When you turn it round, those navy lines here kind of disappear. You have to stretch it to see it. So it's great in the fact that it looks one way one side and it looks different on the other side. So you've got 2 different blankets. But when the temperature is only one colour for one day, like this purple is only for this one day, then I'm going to do a navy, then I'm going to do a purple, then I'm going to go back to navy, you're going to miss the purple on one side and miss the navy on the other. And that is kind of a flaw in this particular stitch, in my opinion, because you're not really getting the full view of the year, because there are plenty of days where the temperature is actually bridging 2 brackets for me. So I am going to see if I can get a little bit further with this. I want to get past this one, and then we go back down to 16, 18, 19, and then up to 22, which is back to the purple. So we're a little bit all over the place. So let me do a little bit more of this, and then I will come in and I'm going to tell you how I messed up. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay. It's not a big deal. But I did think, oh my gosh, I should go back and start again. But there's no way guys am I going to start again. The other reason that I did this stitch, actually, before I move on, is that because of the fact that it sort of hides a row, it's going to be shorter than if I just did single crochet all the way along. So the length of this is going to be half the size of if I did single crochet, which just for a lap blanket is better. If I wanted it to cover a bed, I'd probably want it to be maybe a bit longer, but I'm interested to see how long it's going to be at the end and how much it does cover my bed, because I might do one next year that covers my entire king size bed. That would be a mission. But this is just for my lap. So let me get a few more rows caught up, and then I will let you know what this girl did that messed it up a little bit for me. Just a little bit. Just a little. Okay guys, so this is how May is looking now. So you've got the white there going up, some purple coming in. I need to get some of these little pieces, cut them off. But that is what it is looking like so far. I am about 7 days behind now, so I'm going to carry on doing that. But I wanted to talk to you about this mess up that I made. So nobody else noticed this when I originally spoke about it, but I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colours that I'm using, and I tried to make sure that they all kind of went together and would look good together. The powder blue is the only one that I'm kind of a little bit, it's the brighter blue here, that I'm a little bit, it's a little bit garish. It's not quite the blue that I would have wanted, but it was the only one that was available at the time, so that's why I chose it. And I was fine up until the Lake Arran blue, which is the main one that is this sort of purpley lilac-y one here. So up until that one, I was doing really well. And then as soon as I went into the navy blue, we kind of messed it up somewhere. So the silver mist is the minus like 5 and below. If it's 5 degrees and colder than 5 degrees, the silver mist is the one that is going to be used. And then baby blue was 6 degrees to 9 degrees. So we are in the UK here, if you haven't guessed by the accent. So if you are in America, this probably is very confusing to you. You have to get a conversion. I have absolutely no idea. So 6 to 9 degrees was baby blue, which was 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 degrees. And then powder blue was 10 to 12, 10, 11, 12, 3 degrees. And then Arran blue was 13, 14, 15, 3 degrees. And then navy blue was 16, 17, 18, 19. Back to 4 degrees, and then the purple was 20, 21, 22, 3 degrees, and then I did 22 plus. So there was absolutely no concurrent gap between them. So I completely messed it up, and I should have done it so that there was 4 degrees between each. So my baby blues should have gone to 10, my powder blue should have been 11 to 15, and then Arran blue 15 to 19. I'm like not doing it in my head properly, but I was just like, oh my god, what was I thinking? We get way above 22, and if you add 4 onto that, if you go with my biggest gap, that's 26. We do go higher than 26, and I thought in the summer months, if we actually get a good summer, then I'm probably going to have a really big patch of pink, more than I wanted. And I was just like, oh no, do I add another colour? And I just couldn't think, there wasn't anything. The magenta is beautiful, but it's really bright magenta, and I was like, there's nothing above that. There's nothing you could go to. You could go to a bluey red, but the pink is bright, and I just don't know that you could get that brightness in a red that would go with it. I'm just like, I was like really annoyed with myself because I should have put 4 degrees between each of them, and I didn't. I put 3 degrees between the first 2, and then we went to 4 degrees difference. And that it's just, so I was like, I've messed it up. What do I do now? So what I've decided to do is I've decided to extend from the navy. So the navy is now 16 to 20 instead of 16 to 19, making that a 4 degree gap. Then I'm going 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 25 plus, which means that we're probably going to get about an even spread of the purple and the magenta, because 25 to 30 is the hotter end of the scale. So I think I've kind of fixed it, but I'm really annoyed with myself that I didn't sit there and work out that I had actually got different gaps between the brackets that I was using. So that's annoying. However, kind of fixed it. It's okay. It's my blanket. nothing's a mistake because I made up the rules, so it's only a mistake in my mind. But yeah, so we are now in June, which is my birthday month, guys, so I'm really excited about that. Bringing back more of the crafting for you all. I'm going to try and change up the channel a little bit from where we've been heading. I haven't really been happy with, I don't know, I felt a bit lost the last few months, so it's been a little bit all over the place. Thought I was going to go down more the vlogging route, not sure that that's something that you've particularly been enjoying. Thought I would go down more of what I do in my business, but I'm not sure. I haven't been sure about what I should be doing with this channel. So I've decided to get back to the crafting side of things, because the whole point of me starting this channel was so that I would craft more. And what's happened over the last few months is crafting has taken a back seat and I've been working a lot more. And that's the thing that's kind of like pulled the plug on my creativity again. It's like I've now made my creative outlet, YouTube and doing the crafting, part of my business, and that wasn't the intention. The intention was to make me use my craft room and craft more. So what I'm going to be doing is rejigging my craft room. So I'm not happy with the way it's working out at the moment. I'm going to move some stuff around, not a lot because there's not a lot of room in there, and not a lot of layouts that will work, but I've decided that I'm going to move one of my tool units across the room. So hopefully that's going to give me a little bit more space to work with, and I can move my table a little bit. So hopefully that's going to help. I really want to get started with making some clothes. I've got some trousers on here that I got on holiday last year when I was in Hemsby. If you didn't see that vlog, I'll link it up there so that you can see that, because you guys did quite enjoy that. I think that's like my 5th or 6th most popular video on my channel, and I bought these trousers there and I really like them. They're lightweight. Okay guys, battery died. Back in the office because I am still plugged in. I now have a gin. Cheers, cheers. It is Sunday, so we are having a family barbecue. So I'm going to go and do that. Now, I can't remember where I was or what I was saying, but basically I know I was talking about bringing this channel back to crafting, and I'm going to be moving around my craft room to give me some more space. Oh, I was talking about these trousers that I'm wearing. I want to make a black pair that are just sort of loose, free, easy to wear trousers. So that is something I really want to get done sooner rather than later. I've got a couple of dresses that I need to take up on the hems, so I'll be doing that as well. So there are quite a few craft projects that I have got in the pipeline that I know I won't do unless I record them, and I know that if I'm recording the stuff that I have been recording, I'm not going to make the time to do it. So we are going to try and get back to the crafting side of things. So if that is something you are interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I next upload. I will be bringing in some Scentsy to the end of my crafting videos. I might do one that is sort of a mini craft project midweek with a bit of Scentsy to it, and then my main crafting video at the weekend. We will see how it goes, guys. Do let me know if there is anything that you want to see, crochet stitches, anything like that that you are interested in, happy to share. And I am going to leave it here for this week. I will do a short showing the full once I've caught up with the temperature blanket later in the week, so look out for that and you'll be able to see what the entirety of May looks like going into June. And that is it for this week, so thank you so much. If you've watched right to the end, then please drop a red heart in the comments, so I can say a special thank you to you for sticking with me to the end, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.